viewers of this channel. My name is Jude, Dr. Jude, an agronomist, Bukola Chemical Industries, Busega branch. I'm just here to take you into how you can grow a passion fruit and you become successful when you're growing passion fruit. So when you're growing passion fruits, there are several steps we have to consider, to take into mind, that should be followed. Step one is the seed selection. That is so vital. You have to choose which type of seed you're going to grow, and that depends on the environmental factors of where you're going to grow your orchard, the weather conditions are available, the fertility of the soil, and even the season at which you're going to apply or to start growing the passion fruit. So on that, then it takes us to step two. Step two is the seedbed. Seedbed, management of a seedbed. When you're managing a seedbed, you need three chemicals, three categories. One is a fertilizer. A fertilizer should have NPK, liquid NPK. Then you have to put in a pesticide that can kill the chopping insects that chop off the germinating passion fruit. So you put in the fertilizer that will boost the growth. That fertilizer should have NPK, and you have to put in a fungicide. A fungicide should be a preventive fungicide that will prevent the blight from attacking the plant. So after that, for that you do it every after 1 week. Every after 1 week you apply those three types: the fertilizer, a pesticide, and a fungicide. So every after a week you apply. Every after a week you apply. So that takes us to the step three. Step three is the transplanting step. Transplanting, we need a fertilizer depending on the soil type you have. If the soil is infertile, so you need a fertilizer, a quick starter. For example, a fertilizer containing ammonium phosphate. You need it. So after the application of it, you get it, for example, 2 soda cups. You put in the pit hole. You cover this fertilizer with a thin layer of soil, and after covering, then you put your plant and cover the plant. The covering of the fertilizer prevents the burning, because the fertilizer can burn the roots of the plant, and eventually it will lead to wilting of that very plant of the passion fruit. So that takes us to step 4. Step 4 is at post germination. When the plant is already in the main garden, the mother garden, at that step we need, first of all, to kill all the insects that are in the field, the crawling insects, the sucking, the chopping insects, all those ones. So a suitable pesticide for that is profenos and cypermethrin. It's a combined pesticide, having profenos and cypermethrin. That one you get like 30 ml, 0.20 liters of water, then you spray the whole garden to kill the chopping, suckling, crawling, or other insects. So after that, we wait for like 2 weeks. When the crop brings like 4 leaves, 3 leaves, so after that we apply a combination of 3 chemical categories. One, a fertilizer, should be NPK, liquid NPK. Another one is a fungicide, should have a preventive fungicide like a mancozeb. So another one, then a pesticide, and the pesticide, that pesticide should have profenos and cypermethrin, as I explained it to you before. So now, after that step, you apply that every after 2 weeks, major during drought seasons, but for heavy rains, you chop down to 1 week. But for endophil, you reapply every after 5 days for heavy rains, and for drought season you'd go up to 7 days. Every after 7 days you apply endophil. Every after fungicide with mancozeb. Every after 7 days you apply. So that takes us to step 5. Step 5 is the flowering step. The flowering step, we need a fertilizer which can boost, which can influence the multiplication of flowers, because we are after maximizing the output. We are after maximizing the yield. We are after a good quality. We are after too many passion fruits. So now we can, you can buy a fertilizer with nitrobenzene, with a balanced NPK combination, with at least as a good combination of potassium. Potassium should have a higher concentration than the nitrogen phosphorus. So you apply that fertilizer on that step, a fertilizer that will boost or will influence the quality, the quantity of the fruits. And you add in a pesticide. A pesticide should be non-systemic. Reason, if you use a systemic pesticide, for example, the profenos I talked about at the beginning, that profenos can kill the bees and will suppress even the bees, and yet the bees are needed, they are so useful at the flowering step. So that's why we have to abandon the use of profenos at that step, because profenos kills and suppresses the bees, and the bees fertilize, they do the pollination step, the pollination project. And again, on the same step, we have to put in a fungicide, a preventive fungicide. 8 tablespoons per 20 liters of water. In the same pump, you have to put in a fungicide, a fertilizer, and a pesticide. So that takes us to the final step of fruit bearing. Fruit bearing, we need a pesticide that will kill the injectors, those insects that inject the fruit, that reduce on the quality of the fruit. So we need a pesticide like Striker, a pesticide with Lambda, a pesticide with cypermethrin, those pesticides. But a pesticide should be friendly to bees, should not have harmful effects to the bees, shouldn't suppress the bees, shouldn't kill the bees. That pesticide should be chosen accordingly. So now, then we need a fertilizer that will increase the size of the fruit, the weight, the net content, the quality, the taste of the fruit, the quality of the fruit, the taste of the fruit. For example, if you go to Bukola, there is Kara. Kara can do that, can improve on the quality, the quantity, the size, and the taste of the passion fruit. So, and then in the same pump, you put in a fungicide. A fungicide is a continuous process from the beginning till when you harvest. So that's when you maximize the output, the yields of passion fruit. And to take you maybe back for any other inquiries, because passion fruits have so many challenges, so many diseases, so many pests. Example of diseases: the viral diseases, the bacterial diseases, the fungal etiologies, the fusarium wilt, so many diseases, and some pests like the mites, the aphids, the leaf miners, so many pests. But because we cannot, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. A pest can come at any time. A disease can come at any time. But we are not in a position at this time to tell you that such and such a disease will be in your field. So for any cases, you just call a number for the agronomist. The number is 0703 38 1177. 0703 38 1177, or call on MTN 0777 0 95 368. But put in mind that if you decide to grow a passion fruit, you must first of all become a friend to the passion fruit. You must every day monitor your field. You must take care of the weeds. Management, the workers should be friendly to the passion fruit orchard. The workers major, you have to motivate them. They should be friendly. They should have that relationship with the passion fruit. You have to put in consideration of the hazards such as the termites, all those things that can damage the passion fruit orchard. You have always to report in time. Don't take long time to report, because a disease that can arise just now can cause a severe damage within only 2 days, 1 week. You experience a very great loss. That's why, my friend, we have to keep in touch with the agronomist. You have to put in touch. You have to develop that relationship with the workers and everything that can take you forward. Thanks, viewers and listeners, for this program. I remain Dr. Bwanika Jude, agronomist, Bukola Chemical Industries, Busega branch. Thank you. Bye bye.